Hello and welcome to Not Without My Sister, the Minisode, a bite-sized piece of thrilling audio.
Intellectua.
Intellectua. I think is it intelligentsia? No.
Oh.
Listen.
Obviously neither of the above.
I'm Rosemary McCabe.
I'm Beatrice.
And we are the presenters of Not Without My Sister, a podcast you will get in your podcast app each and every Tuesday with a minisode every Friday. And you can subscribe anywhere you're listening to this, and you can listen to our back catalogue of episodes where we discuss things with no authority whatsoever, including
Neighbours.
online dating.
Balloons.
Jesus. The balloons is not a topic.
It's a topic.
One trauma with balloons and you won't stop going on about it.
And if you like our podcast, please do not hesitate to recommend us to a friend.
Oh yeah, tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
I did a very scientific survey on Twitter the other day asking where people find podcasts most often, because we've been a little bit obsessed with the charts, and then I was like suddenly going, do people actually get us from the charts? No, it's all word of mouth. So tell at least 5 friends.
It's very disappointing because I actually love the reviews, but thanks for the reviews and I still love them, but please tell a friend. It seems to be a better way to get the word out.
Yeah.
Okay, so today in our minisode, I would like to revisit this is, I think, minisode number 3 or 4. I would like to revisit minisode number 1, where I did a terrible job answering the question of what do you like most about each other. So in the meantime, lots of people listened to that and I got lots of commentary about what a terrible response I gave.
Did you?
I did, yeah. And in-person commentary. And Kevin in the office was absolutely horrified. I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you didn't say something nicer.
Okay, I would like to do a recap. So the question was, what do you like most about each other? And your answer was basically, I like the fact that you let me fulfill my dream role of therapist.
Wasn't that? It was that you're very, well, to paraphrase
you
Kevin.
Take all the criticism.
Yeah, he said, you take feedback well. He's like, what is she? A member of your team? I was like, no. But I meant it like as, she's a grower. Anyway, oh God, that sounds terrible too. That's not what I meant.
This is getting to a very bad start. And I also think it's a bit soon to be revisiting.
No, I just want to redo. I want to do over. Well, I'm doing it over.
Beatrice, this is recorded in perpetuity. This will be in the National Library of Ireland someday as a piece of cultural record.
Oh, absolutely. A piece of cultural intellectua. Now, I would like to... So anyway, what do I like about you? So I thought about... Well, actually, Kevin said...
Kevin, who I've met twice, has to give you the answer to this.
Oh, Kevin,
I've known you for 35 years.
Listens to me talking a lot in the office, to
Poor
be fair.
Kevin.
Yeah. And Kevin was like, what about like how nice she is to your kids? What about how loving she is? And I thought about this last night when you sent me over those pictures of you and your new dog, Vinny, and the fact that you were almost in tears when I said, oh, can you imagine how lucky Vinny is that he met you, because he could still be languishing in that cellar in Mississippi or wherever he was.
He was in a shelter in Mississippi.
Yeah. And you nearly started crying because
did.
All by yourself, you nearly started crying because you love him so much. And I thought to myself, you have a very loving nature. And I think that is extremely nice. And I'm very lucky. And even though you're very cross with the kids sometimes, I think you are very, very nice. And
you should see me with Bo when we're doing our e-learning.
Well, I mean, honestly, I find myself gripping his arm and saying,
look at the table.
Oh my God, that's what I was trying to do today. I actually sat beside him at one point and I was like doing the like scary fingers and eyes on the screen like a psycho.
Well, I honestly think that I'm not the most patient. So every single morning now, because we're doing this homeschooling downstairs with Nash, I go, Nash, every single day I go, Nash, okay, we're going to be partners here. Okay, this isn't, I don't want this to be unpleasant for you. But I mean, partner with me, because I'm there going like, what else do you have to do? And I go, any other, because he's always finished by like 9:45. So I go, anything else you need to do? And he's like, no, I'm done. Okay, I'm finished. I'm going upstairs to watch TV, Mom. I'm like, no, you're not. And then we come upstairs and you and Bo are still like slaving away until noon at least.
Poor Bo.
But I'd say the majority of that is because you're literally trying to get Bo just to look at the screen. But I mean, you're very patient. You're very nice to them. You're very nice to Chance. Even today, like you were like, Chance, do you want to sit on my knee? I mean, I think that's where Mom was like obsessed with you becoming a teacher, because you are nice, even though you try to pretend not to be.
I mean, I don't think I've ever pretended not to be nice, but I don't have any patience.
Nice to kids.
Really.
You do. You have tons of patience.
No, because with Bo, honestly, like I find myself rolling my eyes at him way too often. I'm like, that's not actually nice. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I need to stop. You know, he's like, I'm tired. And I'll basically be like, it's 9:40, rolling my eyes in the back of my head. Like,
Well, I'm telling you, you're certainly not doing him his health any favours. Like, I went in, whatever, on Friday when you didn't come over, I went in at 9:05. I need a snack. I'm like, your class hasn't even started. Rosemary brings me snacks. Where is Rosemary? She said she's bringing me some snacks from Dunkin' Donuts. I was like, why would she be doing that? You've had your breakfast. He's definitely...
No. Dunkin' Donuts was the promise for the week before, which I fulfilled.
Oh my God.
Dunkin' Donuts was not an every week promise. What I said was, if he behaves himself really well all week, I'll bring him a surprise only on Fridays, because he was getting into the routine of expecting something every day.
He still is in that routine, and this is the same child who's complaining of a toothache. Anyway, back to you.
It's because he's so sweet.
So sweet. Very, very caring, very loving. And I actually was thinking, if you flipped it the other way, maybe that speaks also to the fact that, you know, when you were ignoring me when I came home from trips abroad, from my for my holidays and stuff, when I was expecting to spend time with you, and you were entertaining everybody else and looking after everybody else in the world, maybe it's because you're such a generous soul that you couldn't resist helping people.
I don't think that's it.
Giving you the benefit of the doubt.
You know what, though? I do think, and this is something that I've talked to, you know, I know you love when I talk about therapy.
I do love it. I actually do love it.
Talk to my therapist a lot about this. I do think that I sometimes, no, this isn't to say that I'm too nice. But sometimes I do things for people. You know, if somebody will ask me to do something, will ask me for a favour, and I'll do it. And it never really occurs to me to go, no, I'm not going to do that. And I think that's a very nice way to be. I think that's very much how Mum is, right? So I think that's definitely where I've got that
$5.
Oh, God. Already.
Yeah, I said today we were not going to mention either one of our parents. We were going to act like grown-ups and not mention our parents. And otherwise $5 would be donated to a good cause of my choice.
You literally said you'll have to give me $5.
That's a good cause of my choice. Okay, $5 to something else.
Anyway, my point was, do you remember the time I had a friend who I'm no longer friends with for a wide variety of reasons? I mean, kind of, we just kind of grew apart, but also we have very different views on a lot of things. But I remember he called me one day and his car had broken down, and this is over Christmas. And I went, picked him up, lent him my car for about 3 weeks over Christmas. And then he gave it back, didn't so much as give me a bottle of wine, and the car stank of cigarettes. And I remember being so annoyed that I felt so taken advantage of. But then I also was like, why did I give him my car? Like, we weren't best mates, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but when you say that, but you know what, isn't it nice to be nice? I mean, it's nicer to be nice. But yes, but then, that, yeah. Well, but you also do feel very ill done by if somebody doesn't, you know, you do feel taken advantage of at times, but maybe it is the least bad thing, if you know what I mean. Maybe it's like, because I mean, when you said that there, somebody I used to be friends with, I was suddenly thinking, of all my ex-friends, none of them are my ex-friends really out of my choice. Sometimes maybe out of my actions, but they're the ones who chose not to be my friends anymore, if you know what I mean, my friend anymore. I've never actually, I think, cut ties with anybody. I mean, even though sometimes I might have wanted to, but I never have, because I'm always like giving them the benefit of the doubt or thinking...
Well, you do, like, you forgive people.
I don't know if I forgive them as much as, I suppose it's like, I find it hard to remember why I'm annoyed with people. You know, I find it hard to like remain angry at people. I get angry and then I'm over it.
I've ever benefited from this trait. What?
No, I mean, I don't mean in a day, but I mean over time. I'm like, oh, what's the point? Like, I'm the only person who's upsetting.
Over time? Yeah. You brought up this time that you came home and I drove people to the square or something about 100 times on this podcast alone.
Oh, but mainly because it annoys you, not because I'm not still annoyed by it. I'm more like feel extremely superior about it.
You'd never know.
Smug, maybe. Anyway, back to you. Very caring, very caring. I mean, even the capacity for love you have for this little mutt.
Oh, he's very easy to love though. He's very cute.
Ah, he's a dote. He is a dote.
Yeah.
Aegis, but
and
a
he
dote.
hasn't, I mean, aside from peeing on my sideboard, which, you know what as well? So I discovered he peed on the sideboard, and then when I went to mop it up, I realised it was more than one pee.
He peed On
No,
the
so he
on the
peed
sideboard.
he cocked a leg and peed on the corner of the sideboard, and I went in under the door into the shelf. Luckily, it was only Brandon's laptop.
Are you joking?
No, but it was nothing of mine.
Oh my god, is the laptop grand?
No, it was grand because it has these little feet.
Oh,
It's like a nerd laptop, so it's very chunky.
Gross.
You know what I mean? It has little feet. But anyway, when I went to mop it up, I realised he'd obviously been doing a lot of peeing on the sideboard. And then I said something to Brandon like, God, I can't believe he's been doing that. And he said, do you think we'll have to replace the sideboard? And I was like, we're not replacing it. It was 600 quid or something. And he goes, that was $600. And I was like, you are dead. You are dead. That was an expensive, high quality sideboard.
why would you not think that? Why is he dead?
Because he obviously was like, that sideboard was $600. Like the way he said it.
Maybe he just never bought a sideboard. Doesn't know how much they cost.
I think he's never bought anything for $600. He's very cheap. No, he's not. He's actually only bought computers
Oh
for
my god, you're
for
going to have to want to
$600
take
plus.
this. You're going to have to take that all back if he ever listens to this. Well, at least it's only your dog peeing on stuff. I mean, my kids are peeing on stuff, so they have their favorite pee spots, and which we discovered.
What?
Just like over time, you discovered that one of them was peeing or leaving his nappy or taking his nappy off, putting it over there. I mean, the other day, the baby came upstairs with, he went downstairs with a nappy on and came back upstairs with no nappy on and a poop in a cap. And he handed it to Don. Don's favourite cap with a big poop in it. 2020, the year that keeps on giving.
What about the time that your bathroom toilet was broken, so everybody had to go upstairs to pee? Except for one of your children who's exceptionally lazy and didn't want to go all the way up to the upstairs toilet.
I've forgotten about this now. What was he
Do you
doing?
remember
Oh
about-
my God, he was peeing into a cup and then pouring it down the laundry room sink. I don't even know how he discovered that. What happened? Didn't he just confess all shamefaced one day?
I can't remember.
It was
like,
me. I was peeing into that cup and pouring it down the sink.
No. Didn't he say he was going to the bathroom and then he ran into the laundry room and you walked in after him and were like, what are you doing? And he was like, I've been peeing in this cup.
Oh, gross.
So disgusting.
Anyway, see, and you still love him. So your capacity for love is immense. And that's all I wanted to say.
I have nothing to amend because I already said everything that I like about you in the previous episode.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. We would love to know what you like most about your sister. If
Or
there's
friend.
anything.
Or friend.
Or friend, but mostly sister.
Your closest.
Your sister or your sister from another mister?
That's exactly right. I thought about that the other day. Sister from another mister is maybe inappropriate now. I was thinking, could it be sister from another
bloodline?
No, yeah. No, I actually
Doesn't really work,
I think
does
I
it?
thought of something that rhymed, but now I've forgotten it. Surprisingly. Everybody be
Sister
surprised
from
to hear.
another titty twister?
Oh, that's good.
It's not really, it doesn't really make any sense. Listen, we'll come up with something.
Yeah, I'll think about that now.
God, there's a thrilling challenge for all our listeners. Thank you so much for listening to Not Without My Sister, the Minisode. You can listen to all of our other episodes wherever you're listening to this. You can check out our website, notwithoutmysis.com. We're on Instagram at notwithoutmysister, and you can email us, notwithoutmysis@gmail.com. Bye.
Bye.
Not Without My Sister is produced by Liam Garrity. Original music and sound by Don Kirkland, and original illustration by Lindsay Nielsen.
Not Without My Sister is a member of The Warren, the home of great Irish podcasts. As is my podcast, Meet Your Maker. You'll find more great shows at thewarren.ie.